Welcome back, Stasa23 here, back again with some knife therapy. And today I have 3 Walmart gift sets from Ozark Trail. Each one of these came in at $13.50, and I just wanted to see, was it worth it? And I'm pretty sure, it is. It's not going to appeal to some, most knife collectors because they're just, cheap knives. But somebody who just wants to have a knife to, cut something occasionally here and there, once in a blue moon, it's not bad, I don't think. I've had several of them over the years, and this is the first time I've gotten one of these box sets. So we're going to start with these knives because I already kind of started opening this. The other two I haven't even looked in yet. But I went as far as getting the clamshell open on this one. But like I said, I started this one already. I started at least cutting this. So here we go. Looks like, yeah, aluminum scales on these. We'll start with the one on the bottom first. So they got a tip protector on here. And of course, I'm sure it's probably like at the best 3CR steel or something like that. Definitely not a good steel. Let's see what the action's like. Pretty stiff. It is a flipper, but that's about all you're going to get. Now, I have had some Ozark Trail knives that once I dropped some lube in them, they loosened up. A little gunky there, but you can't ask for a whole lot for that price. Of course, they're made in China, tip down. That's kind of a bummer there. You have a small little lanyard hole, some texture, but these don't offer much grip. I'll tell you what, this one is fairly comfortable. Barely, I'd say. It's a smaller knife. Here's the Ontario Rat Model 2. So it's about the same size as the Rat Model 2, and I think all 3 of these are the same size. Let's see if they come sharp. That's something I would like to know. Let's see. Oh. I call it maybe a working edge. Sorry, I had to restart the video. My son just got home, so if you hear the dog, I'm sorry. It doesn't look like this one's sharp at all, so maybe you'll get 1 out of 3 sharp. Let's see. No. Let's see. Yeah, look. I could rub my fingers on here. It's not sharp. I'm sure it's very easy to touch up, but that's the first one. I like the overall. I love that. I like the blade shape. I mean, for something simple. I said this one's not smooth. It's kind of rough on Teflon washers. Let's see. No play side to side. No play up or down. Well, I could force a little up and down. I'm sure it's just a little sliding on that. Let's see. That did better than some higher end knives that I've tested out. Let's next one, you got like kind of a cleaver shaped blade on this one. Let me wipe down. It's got some of that Earl all over it. Let's see. Once again, the aluminum, same thing as the last one. Let's see how the action is on this one. This one's a little bit better. It's got a heavier blade too, but yeah, that's all you're getting on the flip. Comfortable. One thing I did notice on both of them is this jimping is pretty harsh. They didn't knock that down at all, so it grabs onto that thumb pretty hard. But let's see if this one's sharp. Okay, this one feels like it's a little bit sharper. Yeah, this one's actually sharp. Let's see, it looked like it might have stopped though. Yeah, this one's got a good working edge on it. It's not like razor sharp, but yeah, this one's okay. So, see how good they do out of 3. Let's get this one open. Alrighty, and this one we have. Looks kind of like the last. They all look kind of similar. Same. They all have the same exact handles, so the ergos could be the same. But let's wipe the oil off so that it doesn't mess up whenever I'm trying to cut the paper. Let's see how this one is in sharpness. Now, I'd call that a decent working edge. Now, also, if you're planning on buying these, and expecting a lot, then you're in the wrong place. I used to buy a lot of these because they're excellent to try out mods on, because you don't want to ruin a high-end knife or even your favorite knife. But a knife that costs, I think it's like $5 when you buy one just by itself, or maybe even less than that, it doesn't hurt me at all. Let's check out the action on this one. Now this one's very stiff, very, very stiff. Let's see. Yep, that's about the furthest. So the last one, I think, what is it? Yeah, this one right here. This one's the smoothest. It's okay. It's a little uncomfortable to disengage that lock. They got a lot of lock bar pressure on here. Check the lock up on this one. Yeah, I got a little, watch. Listen to this. You got a little lock flex, I think it is there. But it shouldn't. Let's see how this one, let's spawn like this one. See, they're still holding up. Lockups are about 60 or 70%. All right, so that's the first one with the 3 knives. Let's check out this next one with the multi-tool. In the wrong time, at the wrong time. Okay, so we get a flashlight. I've had these are super cheap flashlights. They're not really that bright, but to throw in a kit or something, you get batteries as well. This is a little bit bigger than the last. Sorry about that noise. Hopefully it's not killing your ears. You also get a little wrench knife, kind of like the Harbor Freight knife looks like. Multi-tool, pretty darn heavy, but very smooth. I'll say that. Look, very smooth on the open and close. Looks like you got some cutters there, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, they look pretty rough. Look at that side of them. I'm sure in a pinch you could get something done with this. The jaws actually touch. Look at that. They're actually not perfectly aligned, but good. And I don't really know what this little multi-tool is. Let me throw that over there. I think this is 6 AL4V titanium right here. I'm joking. This is pot metal as well. You have a little pry or flathead right there, and it looks like you have some metric wrenches and a bottle opener right there. So put that off to the side. Let's see if this works. I'll try to edit some of this stuff out so you don't have to look. I mean, they're not good lights by any means. Which way it goes down? Like that. Let's see if it works at least. Yep, it works. It's not that bad. You got a whole bunch of those little LEDs in there. Very lightweight. Let's take this off. See the action. Ooh, I'll tell you what. The action on this one is very smooth. This one has plastic or grippery handle. This feels like straight plastic right here. It does feel cheap. Tip down once again. Nice stone wash on these. This one is very smooth. What is it? On Teflon? Yep, I can actually flip it out. Spotty flick it. I kind of like this one. Pretty comfortable. That clip kind of gets in the way. It's one Ugly clip there. Let's check the sharpness on this, and then we'll check out the multi-tool. What? This is the best one yet right here. This one's actually sharp. Nice and sharp. I also, y'all let me know if y'all want to see. I have an Ozark trail knife that I sharpened up, and that new Harbor Freight knife that I sharpened up to do a test to see which one's better. Look at that. See which one's better and see how bad they are actually. So if y'all want to see that, y'all let me know down in the comments, because I have everything ready to go for that. So that's a knife. That's the best one yet. Then we got this little trinket knife here, keychain knife, I guess, but it's not the lightest. Let's see if this has got a decent edge on it. Yeah, Harbor Freight's was awful. Look, absolutely terrible. I can feel a burr all the way on this side of the knife. You can actually see it right there. See where it's glaring the light right here and right here. So this thing's useless to me because I'm not going to waste my time trying to sharpen that. And here is the multi-tool. Like I said, the jaws actually line up. So you could, use this to grab a hold of something. It's weighty. It does have a pocket clip. That's nice. And then you get another knife that looks pretty rough. It does not feel sharp. Let's see if it's sharp. But once again, you can't ask for a whole lot for how cheap these things are. You can't expect a whole lot. That's the knife on this thing is not sharp It's got a very bad razor burr. I'm surprised it didn't just cut me. Basically a slip joint there, and then you have some cheapo tools. Somebody I worked with had one kind of like this thing, not the exact one, but I tried to use it and I bent the tool on it like with literally no force. I guess this is an awl, but it's one thick awl. You couldn't get through anything. It's not sharp at all. No point really. Cap lifter, I guess. Screwdriver here. And yeah, I'm sure you can get a couple of uses out of these. They might not be the worst. I don't know. If y'all want to see me test some of this stuff besides those two that I was just talking about, there's another tool. Y'all let me know, and if enough people say they want to see it, then I'll do it. A file. I use the files a good bit on my multi-tools. I use it to knock off edges and stuff on scales. Get a flathead right there with a cap lifter. One of them's probably a bottle opener, I don't know. And then what is this right here? Looks like a serrated knife, maybe. I can barely get to it. Yeah, you get a serrated knife and a small flathead right there. Let's see if I can get that serrated knife by itself. Wait, what am I doing? See if those serrations are sharp at all. Boy, I don't know about y'all if you have ever had a Spyderco fully serrated knife. Yeah, this has got, like, you can see that right there? You can actually see the burrs on the tips of these things. I mean, I can catch, my thumbnail catches right there. Yeah, that thing's, let's see. I got a piece of wood right here. In a pinch, you could cut a piece of wood with that. I wouldn't want to have to rely on that. Very probably cheap, once again, like pot metal style, cheapo. See how it closes up. Yeah, it does not line up. It's got, look, you can see it's over this top one. I think they were doing that to try to make it even more compact. Got a blasted stone wash finish on there and a very cheap sleeve for this. Let's see if it fits. At least it fits, so we'll put that there. Let me close this up so I don't get cut, and we'll open up the last one. So these are great for those, not like if you keep one of these on you or in the pack or something and somebody asks you to borrow a knife, this is great for that. Or gifting that person a knife like this, a person that doesn't use the tool properly, and they're not gonna. It's kind of pointless to waste a lot of money on a person like that is just going to destroy it anyway, at least in my opinion. So this would be good for that as well. Okay, this one is nice and thin. You got aluminum scales with a gray coating on here that I'm sure will come off pretty easily. Let's see. I can't really tell. Running out of paper. Let's try. It's got a very rough working edge on it. It's not the worst of all these, but it's definitely not that great. Now, very, very tight. It's a frame lock. It's kind of hard to push that frame over. It's tight. Let's see. Like this one's a nice size, decently comfortable. Tip down once again. And it's just got that like hunter style blade. You see a lot of hunting knives like that. That deep belly right here. I tell you, it actually has got a hollow grind on here. Yeah, hollow grind, and it actually feels like it comes down to a decent little thinness toward the edge. Looks like it's pretty close to centered. It's about Spyderco center, Benchmade center. And you just insert the name in there, center. So there's that one. Now this is a small knife. Aluminum scales on this one. I like the stone wash. And this is also a little frame lock titanium. Yeah, titanium. I don't know if this is aluminum or steel. I would think. Let me see. Yeah, there's no liner in there, so that's steel. That's steel, and now coming to think of it, this one's steel. The other ones were aluminum. This is steel because this is a heavy knife right here. So let's see. This one's heavy for what it is too, and perfectly centered. No, it's off to the left a little bit. That's odd. Usually it'd be pushed off that. Well, let me see. It's pushing. Yeah, usually it'd be pushed off of there because of the lock bar. Hard to get to the thumb stud on this one. It's not that smooth. All these are on Teflon washers. Let's see if it's at least sharp. Got a little bit of paper left. Okay. It's got a decent edge to about right there. Let's see if past that. Up here in the front, it's got a decent little bite to it. And then here to about here, it's got a decent little working edge on it. Let's see if I can feel anything. Yeah, it's got some roughness to the edge, but once again, super cheap. So there you go. That's the two knives. You get another one of these stupid little, not stupid, but little wrench knives that you can see where they butt. Well, I don't know if y'all can see that, but I can see the buffing line where they buffed this. You know, after they whatever did a rudimentary sharpening job. Let's see. Yeah, this has got absolutely no edge on it. I don't feel a burr. Maybe they didn't even apex it. I don't know. But it's just a little slip joint. You got two of those now. Here's a little tool. Heavy. This thing's heavy. You get some Allen bits here. Does it have numbers on it? It doesn't have any markings to what size they are. So you get Allen heads all the way down to that size, whatever it is. I have no idea. Then you got a little flathead, a little Phillips. You know, I think you can put this in your car and throw it at somebody. It could be used as a weapon because it's got some weight to it. Tie a string to it and whack. Ooh, yeah, that wouldn't feel good. Then of course you got to have the no touch tool. I mean, come on. It's got a little like rubber nib on the end of it right here. And I think you just use this to, like, you could type with it, I'm guessing. I don't know if it actually works on a phone. To key in your thing at a gas station. I don't know. I just never, I'm not going through all that. And it looks like you might have a cap lifter here. And let's see, how would that work? Yeah, I guess if you wanted to, you could do something like that, but that wouldn't work. So well, there's the sets. Let me know what y'all think. And like I said, if y'all want me to do some kind of testing besides the one that I'm gonna do with the two Harbor Freight knives, y'all let me know. If y'all picked up any of these sets over Christmas, let me know. I just looked on the site. You can get them right now. If you were interested in any of these, you can get them. They're available on clearance, they say. They were $13.50. It's a good knife that you just not like those knives you don't want to have to care about or worry about at all. That's what these are for. They're good for that. Good to practice knife modifications on. That's what I use them for the most. Good as, gifts for non-knife people that don't really care. They don't care what it looks like or anything. Now, this one is nice and smooth. I mean, look, nice action. This one's my favorite of the bunch. It's very lightweight because it's got this plastic. Now, this feels super cheap. Like, I could see that cracking pretty easily. But overall, This is a nice size. I mean, let's see, where's the Ontario rat? So it's bigger than the rat 2. And let's see, here's the rat 1. So it's in between the rat 1 and the rat 2. So there you go. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I hope everybody's having an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.